مساء الخير. حلقات جديدة معاكم وحلقات خاصة عن الشراكة الجديدة اللي عملتها شركة بنما مع شركة وايز. شراكة هتفيد السوق المصري السياحي وكمان هتطلع مصر لأوروبا عن طريق شركة وايز. اتحاد جديد جدا هيفيد السياحة في مصر، ومستر خالد موسى ومستر تاني هيقولوا ايه وايه تفاصيل الشراكة دي وازاي هتنجح السوق السياحي في مصر وتنشط كمان السوق السياحي في مصر. كل التفاصيل دي هنعرفها في مجموعة الحلقات اللي هتكون معانا. مستنيينكم وتابعونا. Welcome in Egypt.
Thank you very much.
Welcome in Bنما Tours.
Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure.
Can you introduce yourself to know about yourself more?
Well, my name is Neritam Selita, and I'm the CEO of Ways International, which is the largest DMC in the Balkan countries, and not only, but in most European countries as well. So people call me Tani, so you can call me Tani for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been in this business since 16 years.
Okay.
And actually our core business is Far East market in Asia. Because of the pandemic this time, which makes everybody actually, but especially the travel industry, make a deep reflection on how we can reinvent the business model and fighting to get some new revenue streams to keep the business on and to keep sustainable financial balance.
Yes.
So out of sudden, this year in May, I got to know two gentlemen from Cairo, from Panama Jack, which was Mr. Khaled and Mr. Hanigali, visiting in Albania. So I didn't know that my company was running one of their tours, and we just met each other for coffee. So without knowing that what each party is doing. Actually, I've been to Egypt before, but lately I've heard that he in Egypt was like a king, and the people keep reminding him as of today.
People love him.
Yeah. So if we go back to my country, we are Albania. We have multi religions, and it's the first country in the world for the religion tolerance. So for Egypt market, it was an interesting destination because in Albania we have 65% Muslims. So and Egypt, who is majority Muslim country in the travel, it's quite easy to create those kind of programs in Albania, which they can find their hotels that they want with halal food and everything else. So besides all of that, our government made actually a smart move, which they didn't have any visa regime, but it was visa on arrival, and we didn't have any restrictions for the coronavirus.
Yes.
So in that sense, Egyptian travelers had one more chance to travel free and come and explore a destination as Albania. Yeah.
You came to Egypt before?
Yes, I was in Egypt in 2008, so which is like 13 years back.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is different?
Well, you really get the first impression when you land at the airport in one country. So you see how well it's organized in that sense. So once I landed, this was the first thing that I saw that Egypt have changed in a way from the 13 years. Like I could see that everybody in the airport could speak English. Well, English is an international language today, but in some countries it's not that developed. But I was happy because this shows a standard. And this shows that people are well educated. They got a chance to study. So, and actually, here I can see, and this is a hint which tells you that changes have started in this country. And then, of course, after I went to the city, I could see some other investments such as highways, bridges, and new hotels, and new buildings, and everything else.
It's a help for tourism.
Absolutely, yes. This gave one more reason to the travelers to come in. And besides that, for me, there's no need to go and apply for visa in Egyptian embassy in Tirana. But I just called them up and they say there is visa on arrival, and it took me just 5 minutes.
Can you tell us about your cooperation with Mr. Khaled Bnema Jack?
Well, after they visit Albania and we met, we prepare a plan because I saw that Egypt is a big potential for the travel industry in Albania, and also we could develop some business from both ways because already Albanians are traveling quite a lot to Egypt, and this is mostly during summer on their summer holidays. And Egypt is a country which offers much more than this. It's a country which offers culture, which offers history and everything else. So I see a possibility of increasing this income from Albania to Egypt, so the people can visit and can make cultural tours as well. And of course, from Egypt to Albania, I could say that these 4 months, Albania is explored from Egyptian travelers only 10%. They haven't seen anything. But this was only last minute preparation. So now I'm happy to see that the tour operators in Egypt are really looking forward to develop more business towards Albania. And actually this was my discussion today with Mr. Khaled and Hani. So to see how we can offer better products to Egyptian travelers to come and visit Albania, and not only during summer, but it's winter, it's shoulder season, and of course, exactly.
From your opinion, what Egypt needs to grow up in tourism?
You know, the tour operators, travel agents, I must say, are the best ambassadors of each country today. So these are the only ones, of course, with some support from the government, who can break borders. So people just need to travel free as long as they're not bureaucracies to get a visa and to enter in a different country. No matter how developed it is, it's a new story, it's a new culture. So Egypt is a market of 110 million inhabitants. So if 10% of the population will be traveling, we're talking about 11 million travelers. So it's a huge potential, not for Albania, not for the Balkans region, but it's a huge potential for Europe as well.
You mentioned Far East market. What else Landway is doing?
Good question. Actually, we are active on 12 markets in Asia, starting from Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, China, South Korea, and so on. So having this portfolio of the businesses and covering for those countries most of European destinations, there is a chance for some of those markets, especially Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia, to offer Egypt as well. They of course do Egypt, but lately we've been in contact with them, and since they see that we are active in Egypt market, they have asked us to provide some new programs so they can come and visit Egypt. So in a way, we will be the tour operator in between, and then Panama Jack will handle the logistics and everything else. So this is another reason we're here today.
I wanted to ask something about Egyptian food.
It's amazing.
You like it?
I could not stand up from the table. So it's a mix between Mediterranean food and Arabic food, and I like this a bit of spicy and stuff like this. So it's delicious anyway.
You will try it again.
Wow, absolutely yes.
We hope to see you again in Egypt, and I am very glad to make this interview with you.
Yeah, pleasure was all mine, and I'm really happy that we got to meet each other, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.